the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Yeah, they said I got to come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane studio.
All right, welcome back in OTB, hour number 2 of the show. Always want to remind you about our friends over at Rouse's. Go to Rouse's.com today. Find that location that's convenient for you, the one that is nearest you, and that one that you're going to walk in and you're going to find the ultimate convenience. Right now, they got the breakfast bar. A little bit later on, guess what they got? The lunch bar, the salad bar, the sushi bar, pre-made meals and sides already ready to go. And that's every single day at your local Rouse's. But every store is going to have something a little bit different as far as specials, so that's why we want you to make sure you check out those weekly ads for your store. If you love local, they've got all of it, including perfect hydration. That is my high, in case you're wondering about that. You can pick that up there as well. Go to Rouse's and Rouse's.com.
You'll get a lot of my high. A lot.
Take it all off the shelf.
Take it all off the shelf.
Just take it all.
Supermarket sweep that thing.
You've told me to do something like that in the past. All right.
Sure.
One of the things I want to talk about, yesterday we didn't get a chance to hit on the Saints, and today I wanted to look at it from a schedule perspective, because when you look at every schedule, at least for me, I'm always going to say, okay, well, which division are they going to play? Like, we know they're playing the NFC South, like, duh, we know that. All right, so what else is it going to be? And so the Saints are going to play the North. All right, they're going to play the AFC North. They're going to play the NFC North. That's going to be the divisions that they match up with. And that can be a story of your season. Like, the AFC and the NFC West play each other this year. It's going to be incredible football. Poor Raiders and poor Cardinals. Like, they're having to play 7 games, against, or no, more than that. They're having to play, 9 games against really good teams. They're probably going to struggle in those games. Mm-hmm. So as I look at the NFC North, every team had a winning record last year in that division. Now the AFC North, that's the wild card, because we don't know anything about the AFC North. The Steelers, new head coach. The Ravens, new head coach. The Browns, forever and always a new head coach. Like, Zach Taylor and the Bengals are really the only thing that we kind of know. And even for that team, they made a lot of moves defensively through trades, free agency, and the draft. So it's kind of hard to look at it and figure out what that portion of it is going to be. But I can look at the NFC North and know that's going to be some difficult games. You start the season at Detroit. My conversations I've had with Dan Campbell at the Combine owners meetings, there's no really other way to put it. They're pissed off about how last year went. They felt like they underachieved.
Yeah.
And they're not Brendan Sorsby. They don't do this. They do this. And he's like, it was us. He's like, it's on me. I'm the head coach. I'm the leader of that team. We had opportunities, and we didn't take advantage of them, and that falls on me. So, like, that's the mode that they're in. They're going to be ready to go this year. It's one of the most talented rosters in the NFL. Okay, so that's the Detroit portion of that.
They start the year
on the road against Detroit.
Yeah, let me tell you that place, is it still Ford Field?
Yeah,
it's a hard place to play.
It's weird. It's a warehouse.
Even when they went 0-16, it was still a hard place to play. We got
our butts kicked in that stadium.
It doesn't matter how good we were at Green Bay.
Yeah,
we won a Super Bowl. We went 15-1. Going to Detroit was always a pain in the ass.
Yep, I agree with that. I only played there twice, and it was both times. It was not good. They play the Bears on the road this year. They play the Packers at home, and then the Vikings are at home as well. The Vikings, don't really know what you're going to get there. Obviously, that's going to be a little bit of a wild card with their quarterback situation. I still think it's a good roster. That's not going to be like a roll of helmets out there type game. The at Chicago in late November, that could be a really rough spot for you, depending on how Chicago's playing. Now, you got two people up here that are pretty high on the Chicago Bears. I think they're going to be a really good football team. There's things that I'm surprised they didn't do in the offseason, like add in another edge rusher. They still could, and like Von Miller, guys like that are still out there. But Caleb Williams took a pretty big leap last year. Now, completion percentage is still under 60%. I think some of that's because of his style of play, and I think some of that's with him trying to continue to mature as an NFL quarterback. If that goes from 59% to 63%,
yeah,
and that's not that big of a difference for him in his growth and development.
Yeah, and a lot. I mean, completion percentage is it's not just a quarterback stat. It's a offensive. It's a team stat. Like he doesn't have the superstar receiver. Now he's got some good tight ends. He's got some really good tight ends and a great offensive, like head coach,
two good
offensive coordinator, right? Two good running backs. Now that's the one. I think I don't even want to say weak link because they're talented guys. They're just not that somebody you would look at and say, Rome Dunze and the guy that you're gonna be like, yeah, that's a number one guy.
I think Luther Burden could be.
Yeah, I know you do. And so those guys can make a step this year and be those dudes. So we'll see. But then completion percentage is, of course, it falls on the shoulders of the quarterbacks. You got to be accurate. You got to throw a catchable ball. You got to make the right reads. You got to get the ball out of your hands and do all this and that. But it is a team stat when it comes down to it. So when you're talking 2, 3, 4% percentile, either in a worse way or a better way,
right?
Like the way your guys play around you certainly make a big difference.
So then that takes us to the Green Bay Packers. Now, I don't know what Green Bay is going to be. I don't think they did a lot in the offseason. I thought they should do more in the offseason. They've got like a handful of number 2 receivers. Josh Jacobs has some off-the-field issues. We don't know if those are going to get cleared up. They made some interesting choices on fifth-year options for former first-round picks in Green Bay that have not been successful. So it's been an interesting offseason in Green Bay. I bring all that up to say, if you split with the NFC North, I think that means you're going to have a good season. And you might be like 2-2. If you lose to Detroit and Chicago and you beat Minnesota and Green Bay at home, with you getting to play the NFC South and the AFC North not being solidified right now like it always has been. I mean, think about this again. Almost whoever is listening to this show, it almost doesn't matter your age. You've seen 3 head coaches in the Pittsburgh Steelers in your lifetime. 3. They're about to have their 4th, right? That is the ultimate stability in that franchise. They finally have a new head coach. Mike Tomlin decided to step away. Like it's Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, Mike Tomlin, and most of our lifetime. So they're starting over. All right, now Mike McCarthy, he's a Pittsburgh guy. He knows, the Steelers from growing up and all those things, but it's new. That's not norm. Harbaugh was the coach before we got into the NFL in Baltimore. He's just leaving. All right, so they're starting over with something new that they haven't had in a long time. And then again, Cleveland's forever rotating coaches. I hope Todd Monken does really well. I love Todd Monken. He's a great coach here, and I think he's a really good football coach. They got more quarterbacks than any team in the league, and they don't like any of them right now. Well, they might like them. They don't love them right now. So I think the AFC North, you can have some success. So I think the Saints season is going to come down to, can you split the games with the NFC North?
It's an interesting take and an interesting way to look at it.
Because you could go 3-1 against the AFC North, depending on how these teams kind of adapt to all the new. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm just saying if you would have played the AFC North 3 years ago, I would have said, oh, man, just try to get one.
Yeah. Realistically, though, Saints are going to win 7 to 9 games. It's going to come down how you play in your division because, I mean, you could win 8 games and be in the playoffs this year because of how weak your conference is or your division is. So, yeah, it could, like, to have a really great season, to potentially even think about maybe having a 10-win season, a double-digit win season. Yeah, you got to split with the North. You got to.
Yeah.
You got to, I mean, at least split with the AFC North. If not, get 3 of them. And then, of course, you play in a weak division. So you're going to play 3 teams that you can beat. You can beat Tampa. You can beat Atlanta. You can beat Carolina. You can beat those teams. You're not going to win them all. And I think it's, again, let's just bring it up. And I know I kind of bring this up, and it's like Debbie Downer over here. I get it. But it's like, you got to remember, like, the Saints were not good last year. They did good things. And they've done really good things in the offseason, the last 2 off seasons. But they, still, it's a progression. Like it's a, I don't know if we're going to take that.
They won 6 last year. Like 7 would be a disappointment.
Yeah, but it's still a baby step, right?
It's a tip.
Do you think it's going to be a giant step? You think you're going to win 10?
I had the Saints winning 9.
Yeah,
but they're going from 6 to 9.
I mean, that's a big jump.
Yeah,
it's a big jump. It really is. And I think everybody would be really happy.
Your roster's much better than it was, I think, than it was a year ago.
Yeah. But it is realistic in this division to go 8-9 to make the playoffs. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fair point. It
happened last year.
But certainly, yeah, you can draw it up, and it is a pretty favorable draw with those divisions just because – you don't just like you laid it out. I mean, the Vikings are going to be the Vikings. You just never know. They're going to have a puncher's chance. We'll see what I think actually Kyler Murray's going to be good in that offense. I really do.
Better than what they had.
Yeah, better than 9. But I think let's not lose sight of the fact that Kyler is talented. So I think he will be a lot better now that he's out of Arizona. So we'll see. We'll see if that is going to be true. He might be terrible, but I think he's going to have a shot at reviving his career.
I do too. And I think Kevin O'Connell is one of the better head coaches that we have in the NFL. So
yeah, that's why I say it. You get it's just like Ben Johnson going to Chicago after Eberflus or whatever his name was. Eberflus. Yeah, it's just like it's a night and day difference for Caleb Williams. He had all the talent in the world, and you see it. He's more talented than any quarterback in the NFL.
More than Mahomes and Allen?
Well, it kind of depends on how you nobody's throwing the ball as hard or as fast or as that dude.
I mean,
and maybe that's not a good definition of talent. But I'm just saying
I'll back you up. What you're saying is nobody's going to ever go out there and just completely show him up.
No one's going to.
He's going to compete with the best.
Yeah. Y'all go out in shorts and throw and do a Elite 11 type style camp. He's not going to get beat by anybody.
Yeah, he's going to put on a show.
Yeah, he's going to put on a show. That's what I'm saying. But you put him with a guy like Ben Johnson, who did the same thing. Did amazing things with one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL, Jared Goff. But Jared Goff, in talent level, isn't on Caleb Williams' level. That doesn't mean you're a better quarterback.
Right.
Talent doesn't mean anything unless you can play discipline, play within the offense, take with the defense, get all the quarterback things, all the quarterback jargon. Talent is worthless unless you can do that. But if you match talent with that and a good offense, that's when you got something special. Anyway, yeah, I'll go with you. I think nine wins is realistic.
I'll say this real quick. I know we got to take a break. The Saints are better at receiver. The Saints are better at tight end. The Saints are better at the offensive line. The Saints are better at running back. And the Saints are better at quarterback this year. But anybody have any argument to any of that?
As long as everybody's healthy at receiver.
Even if they're not, I'm taking Bryce Lance and Barryon Brown over Mason Tipton, Kevin Austin Jr., and Ronnie Bell.
Oh yeah,
and I hadn't seen them run a route in the NFL, and I feel strongly about that. Tight end position, you add Noah Fant and Oscar Delp. Offensive line, you add David Edwards and Jeremiah Wright. Quarterback, I say better because now you've got another year of Shuck. Obviously, those 8 games last year, you have a really good backup in Spencer Rattler, and then you sign another veteran in Zach Wilson. Running back, you still have the same running backs, and you add Travis Etienne Jr. They're better on every level of the offense. Defensively, you lose DeMario Davis. That hurts. But I love Caden Ellis. He's not the same player. I'm not even going to pretend to act like he is. But Caden Ellis has a different skill set than DeMario Davis. Interested to see how it plays out. You add Christian Miller to push your interior defensive line that was bad last year in the second round. You add a former top 10 pick to see what you can get out of him and Tyree Wilson. You sign back Cam Jordan. DBs, you lose a little there. You lost Lante Taylor in free agency. But my whole point is there's a lot of places the Saints team is better than they were a year ago. And I know it shouldn't be the most exciting thing to say. I think they can win 9 games. But after you won 6 last year and you play in a bad division, like Matt pointed out, 9 wins might not be the worst thing.
Yeah. Screw it, dude. 12 wins. You're right. They're better at every position except for DB.
So if they go from 6 to 9, it wouldn't be the craziest thing. Nice. Knew you couldn't handle that. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, OTB Mailbag. Remember, you can get your OTB Mailbag questions inside the chat. You also can get them on the text line. There's no way I remember this. 225-499-1045.
Yeah, nice.
Not a big deal. Get them in that way as well. Mailbag when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to PelicanRoof.com. PelicanRoof.com is the website for our friends over at Pelican Roofing, and they are in Lafayette. They are in Baton Rouge, and not like they have one location in the middle. They drive back and forth. No, they have locations in both. And it's always important because we want to make sure that you know they're going to be there for your job in Lafayette and Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas, but also they're going to be doing things in those local communities as well. The first time I ever met with Pelican Roofing, the first thing they started with was community. Before we even got to anything they can do in the roofing game, which 600 plus 5-star reviews on their website, it was about community. It's about you, PelicanRoof.com.
All right, go to PelicanRoof.com, PelicanRoof.com. If you need, maybe it's just a roof repair. Maybe it's a complete replacement. Maybe you have a job and you're building, maybe adding on to your home, whatever. And you need the best roofing company in all of Louisiana. Well, go check out PelicanRoof.com. And they also got financing options right there to help you out. We know it's a big decision financially for you and your family, so let them help you every step of the way. PelicanRoof.com.
Off the bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn. Presented by Community Steel.
All right, welcome back in OTB. Before we get to a little OTB mailbag, always want to remind you about our friends over at Tommy's.
Go, Tommy!
Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. GoTommys.com. G-E-A-U-X. Tommy's with a Y.com. When you go to the website, you'll clearly see the difference. Award-winning difference every year in the Angie Super Service Award since 2016. Best windows in Baton Rouge this year in the Advocate. That went to Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. And they also, well, they can install those gutters at your home as well. It's another thing that they offer over at Tommy's. Go Tommys.com. All right, let's get to a little OTB mailbag.
Special delivery! I have this special delivery for off the bench. And look, it is marked most urgent.
We'll be writing to you.
The internet.
What the is the internet?
Hashtag OTB mailbag. Matt, this actually might be a tough one for you to answer because you didn't grow up here. Alondra, too. Favorite New Orleans Saint growing up?
Drew Brees.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense for you.
Deuce
for sure.
McAllister.
That's a good
for
one.
me.
Craig Ironhead Hayward for me.
Who's that guy that headbutted the wall?
Cal Turley?
Turley.
Yeah, let's go with him.
He was awesome.
I met him at the Super Bowl. Huge.
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 He's a unit.
Yeah.
San Diego State? Aztec? Maybe.
Doing great work pairing up vets with a dog, like service dogs.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. He's a huge surfer.
Yeah.
Big into surfing. Which can you imagine seeing
He
that
was great
large
vibes.
human?
Yeah.
He is good vibe.
Yeah.
Can you
he was
imagine
really,
that large
really
human
nice.
coming at you like on
No.
a surfboard though?
Surfboard.
Oh no.
No.
It was like a week of
Queen
us
Bee.
doing drunken love. Did you see that she returned?
She
Well, I
returned
guess-
where?
Well,
Where'd she go?
she hasn't really done a lot of tours or whatever, but I guess I meant Rihanna. She came out with Jay-Z the other day because Jay-Z was doing a concert
All
with
right.
3 shows in Yankee Stadium or something like
Nice.
that, and she came
Queen
out.
Bee came out?
Queen Bee came out and did Drunken Love,
Surfboard?
and then she did Surfboard, and then Riri came out.
Riri?
Yeah.
What'd she do?
Whatever she wanted.
Now she just what song?
Mm-hmm.
She did Run This Town,
Okay.
and then Better Have My Money.
Oh, nice. God, man, I remember that song was in my head for like a week.
Awesome.
Yes.
We need to put it back in our heads.
Some great Saints names: Ricky Jackson, legend; Joe Horn, legend;
You see
Morton
Pat
Anderson.
Swilling.
Pat Swilling was a legend.
Which kind of a forgotten Dome Patrol member.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I couldn't point New Orleans out on a map when I was growing up.
It's like right next to you. Same state over.
Tunnel vision.
Hashtag OTB Mailbag, best Saints linebacker ever, Sam Mills.
Sam Mills.
Love Sam Mills. growing
Honestly, you go look at the totality of his career. DeMario put
Yeah,
up good numbers.
yeah, I mean-
Jonathan Vilma was big on the Super Bowl run for him.
Manti
They did some good
Te'o.
ones.
What? Brian Kelly's guy.
It is.
hashtag OTB
I think Brian
Mailbag.
Kelly handled that whole situation.
Last year versus Florida, Caden Durham had a 51-yard run to end the game. Do you remember what type of play that was? Read an article yesterday that called it a power set. That article was
That article
wrong.
was stupid.
Yeah. And look, I don't know who wrote the article. I don't know what it wasn't a power. LSU didn't run a power. Last
They
year.
could have had a guard pulling, but it probably pulling
Could have been a counter.
Yeah, it's probably there wasn't a guard pulling this past year by himself, which would be a power. So it was either a guard and a
I'm gonna look it up right now.
probably tight end pulling.
Yeah, that was the play where they did Pyburn, offset, fullback.
It's gonna take me some time to find it. Not a lot of time, but it'll take me some time to find it. But I'll find it.
We'll look at it. We'll come
I'll
back
look
and
it up
report.
during the break.
Hey, look, and if it was a power, we'll blame it on somebody else.
It wasn't a power because I had a full
Yeah, no, it
conversation
wasn't.
with their offensive coordinator
Yeah, it
at
wasn't power.
or their former offensive
So
coordinator.
that's the problem. You got to be careful
And
reading
there was
articles sometimes.
There's a reason they didn't run power. They said they didn't have the guards to do it,
Early.
which is even worse.
That's insane.
We forgot to practice it, so we're not going to stall it now.
Ooh, Von Dunbar is a good name.
Early OT. Oh, well, I guess it's not early anymore, but they sent this earlier. At SEC Media Days, can Flynn hit Sark with the following question? Coach, any idea who your starting quarterback will be? A lot of people are asking.
I might
I
steal
think
that idea.
that actually is really good.
Yeah.
I might actually steal that, and then like when I get him, like, hey, all right, coach. So I know y'all have got a quarterback competition going on this fall. Who do you think right now has the upper hand?
Yeah.
I think that's
He
good.
says.
Shout out to this guy.
Yeah.
Like Hester, I knew you had CTE, but damn,
Respect to that.
he actually laughed. He has a good sense of humor. He'd get it. There's some that would not get that at SEC.
Man, I was laying in. You ever had this? I was laying in bed last night,
All right, Lance.
and I was
Harper.
like, yeah, I got kind of sad. No, I came up with this great question I was going to ask everybody. For that, it's like middle of the night, so I didn't write it down. Can't remember what it is.
No, well, why would you tell us this? What was the point in that?
Because I want y'all to know how great of ideas I have.
but she didn't
But
give
we
us
don't
the
know what
idea.
the idea is.
Yeah,
It was a good idea. Y'all would have loved it.
hard to tell.
All right.
Just believe me.
Trust me, bro.
I'm going to believe the guy that consistently gets unked.
You
I
got
mean,
unked. You did get unked.
it's fair.
Because you're super reliable. OTB Mailbag. Matt, where do you do your High Rocks training, and would you consider coming to a Saturday workout with us at Elite?
At Elite, they do High Rocks there?
I don't know. Ask
I don't know.
Jake.
I did at Red Sig Health and Performance, bro. My guy Andrew.
You don't. We do.
You don't even Elite. That's crazy.
I do. I would Elite like multiple times a week.
We make you a certified athlete.
They
Well,
make
yeah,
you a
it's
hybrid
different
rock star.
Are you trying to say the training we do is not good?
I'm trying. It's Elite.
Thank you.
I just not out there doing. I'm not trying to get my speed up.
You need to. Slow ass.
I'm fast. I took off sprinting the other day. Smoked my kids.
I'd hope
Heck
so.
yeah.
Himmy didn't have a chance.
Pushing Lacey down. Oh my gosh. I'm watching. Guys, we'll break it down there. It's not even. The fact that that's called a power pisses me off, actually. I just watched it.
I'm dead.
I'm mad. All right. OTB Mailbag, besides yourself, who's your favorite LSU player ever? Myself's not my favorite LSU player ever. Anyways, Kevin Falk. It's Kevin Falk.
Growing up.
I mean, Kevin Falk.
It can be anybody. You don't have to be grown up.
Kevin Falk. No. I mean, because Jarvis Landry was up there.
I
for me.
loved watching Jamal Adams. That was my
Jamal's
guy
up
for a
there.
while.
Jamal's up there for sure.
Honey Badgers.
Honey Badgers.
Like one of my
God,
goats.
Honey
So
Badgers. I was in the
I
NFL
love
being
Tyron.
like,
Honey Badger's like
fanboying over Honey
that's like a
Badger.
chalk answer for sure. Joseph Adai, Michael Clayton.
Joe Adai in the moment, like as far as teammates, was my favorite.
Yeah, go back watch some of the things that he did with his body.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty incredible. Michael Clayton was always fun. Play the wide receiver position very physically.
Spears
Always enjoyed,
was fun to watch. He was great to me as a freshman too. When he
Always
didn't have
enjoyed
to be.
Skylar Green growing up.
Yeah.
Skylar's a good one.
Uh-huh.
But I
Glenn
truly
Dorsey.
believe if it wasn't for Kevin Falk, LSU would have never had the run that we've had.
He was the first big time.
He stayed at home when nobody else was staying at home. Nobody during that time. Everybody was going to Florida State or Miami or elsewhere. They weren't going to LSU, and he made it cool to go to LSU. And then they started something during that generation that they built a little bit here, built a little bit here. Then Coach Saban gets here. He realizes what this place can be, brings in Jimbo and Muschamp and all, and then it became what it is today. And I truly believe that was because Kevin Falk decided to stay at LSU.
This was like Hunt's question the other day, right? That was his poll question for us all.
Yeah.
Yeah, my answer was
I think it was
Jamarcus Russell.
It was favorite athletes. It wasn't just football. Because I want to say I said Kevin Falk, Todd Walker, and Stromae Swift. I said 3. Your answer was great, though. Because you did watch Jamarcus a lot.
I got a front row seat. Good player. Better than being behind a bad player.
A play off that. Who is the most underrated LSU football player of all time? Maybe one that we haven't ever heard of. That'd be hard to give you one that you've never heard of. Maybe one that didn't get celebrated as much.
Danny
Couple come to
Etling.
mind. I always thought Craig Lawson was an underrated safety.
Oh, that's a good.
Always in position.
Pool there.
Never really got talked about. Never had the fanfare. I think Danny Etling was
I got my
underrated.
answer.
Just because he kind of
Definitely.
gets
Etling was.
forgotten. Because you had awful QB play before him. Then you go directly into Joe Burrow. He kind of gets forgotten, but Danny was important for the time. He helped the Orgeron era kind of come in. I mean, he won a lot of games for you.
Mettenberger too. I mean, doesn't get talked about too much, but
Yeah.
that was in that decade of quarterback purgatory, certainly. And then all of a sudden there was that they had that 1 year, right? And when Mettenberger was really good. And we for this question we would kind of default back to the teams that we were on because we knew the roster through and through. But like players like Curtis Taylor, Harry Coleman, like guys like that, like just huge. And we could probably go down the list and keep naming guys.
I have my answer because I can do that too, and I'm with you. Curtis Taylor and Harry Coleman
I
are
think
great
both y'all
examples.
starting corner.
Jonathan Zenon. How about
I
Jonathan
think
Zenon?
Zenon and Travis
Zenon
Jackson.
was so good.
Jesse Daniels with the year
Jesse.
before.
I got an answer though, and I think it's going to be my final answer. For me, most underrated LSU football player, Saron Black.
Great player.
Really good answer.
Saron had 53 starts at LSU at left tackle for some really good football teams.
Really good. A lot of them.
And he would have played in the NFL, but he literally he gave all of his knees.
He gave every single piece of cartilage
that he
to
had
LSU.
To LSU.
It
High
just
school
disappeared.
teammate?
High school teammate.
Yeah.
How about that? So I was a senior. Saron Black was a sophomore in high school, and another sophomore. Do you remember? At my high school, Brandon Pettigrew, tight end that played for the Lions for a long time.
Pretty good little team.
Now, Saron played.
They'd have better quarterback play.
Brandon Pettigrew blew his ACL out in our scrimmage before the season started, so I never got to really throw to him.
Yeah.
He still had a long NFL career.
Yeah.
He had a long, very good. We played him many times.
With the Lions, right?
Yeah, for the Lions. Yep.
Saron would have absolutely been
I got
pro.
I'm pretty sure he got he was recruited at least. He didn't sign because he was probably the 05 class. He was recruited by Les Miles because he went to Oklahoma State. Some good answers here in the chat. Jarrett Lee, Brandon Taylor, Greg Brooks, Chad Jones, Matt Mock. Yeah, baby.
Ron Brooks.
That's a good one. We got 1 year or 2 years with Ron?
I think one.
One maybe.
Cause he was one of the.
I got another one. Perry Riley.
Another guy who had a good NFL career. I mean, he was next to Shep for a little while. He was next to Derry Beckwith. Kind of got overlooked, but he was really good.
Yep.
Derry Beckwith.
We could go on forever.
Yeah,
I mean, this is LSU. It's just different. Get it?
Tell me, what do you mean?
It's just different. No explanation. Hashtag trade.
All right. Apologize. That was fun going down memory lane and naming old teammates. I'll throw one more out there. Charles Scott. Charles was very underrated. Any running back discussion would talk about other people, including myself, and it should have been talking more about Charles. Charles was a baller. Anywho's. All right, we'll take a break. More OTB when we come back here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, if you've been putting off a bathroom remodel because, well, you think it takes weeks and it's going to turn your house into a construction zone, think again. Bath Fitter of Baton Rouge custom builds every tub and shower to fit your space with no messy demolition and, in most cases, installation in just 1 day. Plus, it's backed by a lifetime warranty. So, stop settling for that outdated bathroom. Get your free consultation set up today at bathfitter.com. Or remember, you can visit Bath Fitter of Baton Rouge. You can go see them in their showroom. It's going to blow you away what they can do in such a short period of time. A complete transformation, bathfitter.com.
Yeah, it's like why have over 2 million people trusted their bath remodels to Bath Fitter? Well, when a normal day is anything but normal, we fit your schedule with our unique tub over tub process installed in just a day. And that's with no demolition. We are proud to be partners with Bath Fitter, so go check them out, bathfitter.com, bathfitter.com.
Off the bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn. Presented by Community Steel.
Hello. What's happening? Welcome back in. OTB. Our Tuesday show is brought to you by our friends over at Community Steel, communitysteelco.com. Buildings, sheeting, components in Gonzales, Louisiana, servicing the entire greater Baton Rouge area and really beyond. Check out a full list of the map that they can service, communitysteelco.com. Tate, you want to pull that play up? This is the play that was called a power play. It's not a power play. If you could roll it just a little bit here, Tate, pause it. There's no pulling guard, and there's no, you got two, like you could try to say maybe like you're acting like those two tight end fullbacks are like the two pullers, and then you got a little bit of a down action here. So maybe you could kind of say it's counter-like, but still it's not a counter run. The running back doesn't try to buy time to get the people in front of him. His A-gap landing point shouldn't – it would be more of a B-gap landing point. So it's really – and, Matt, you called it during the break. It's not any of that. It's just like a goal line run.
It's a short yardage goal line run. I mean, it's like –
it's a lead.
Yeah, you wash down. That's what I was going to say. It's a lead with an extra guy. You wash down one side and you have two guys. And, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, there's only so many places for human beings to go, so many directions, so many ways to lead up and try to get to the second level. At the end of the day, if you stopped it when everybody gets to the line of scrimmage, I mean, it might look a little counter-ish, according to this front. Now, go back. Can you it's hard to rewind. We get the film up. I want that cowboy remote. Like, this is kind of what we were talking about a little bit earlier, pre-snap, on the pre-snap look. It is a jam front. So there's a head-up nose on defensive tackle, and there's 2-3 techniques. So what's one good way? And this is a terrible defensive front. I mean, it's just awful. Like sometimes in college football, it's just like, what are we doing? It's like this defensive coordinator should have been fired on the spot. Now this could have been an alignment situation. I don't know if you can go back like a second or two, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. They have a huge hole right here. This guy's lined up on the outside hip of this guy, and he's still going up the field. It's ridiculous. So you should, every time you run a play against this defense, you should score a touchdown. Yeah. Basically. Or get caught from behind from a backside defensive back or something, because they're not lined up correctly. And have you ever seen a jam front, Jacob, in a short yardage situation where you put all hats inside the most outside guy of the
no, you would typically you'd want some kind of leverage on the line of scrimmage, because I'm assuming this guy MA'd maybe.
This guy's wrong. One of these two guys is wrong, or maybe this. Look how far he's lined up over here against something with a tight end.
This guy's running off the field.
He's running off the field. He shouldn't be running off the field. So look, you're looking at this. You're looking at your chops, because you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potential blockers on the left side against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 defensive players, but every single hat on defense is inside the outermost hat of LSU's tight end right here. I mean, in fact, you can make the argument that they're all inside, or at least head up to the tackle's helmet. So all you got to do is exactly what they do. They wash the lineman down, and you got two guys pulling around the outside. I mean, you should score 100% of the time you run this play.
I think he got pretty close to scoring. Let's run this in its totality. Let's see if he gets. We got an angle. We got an angle.
What did I say? You either score or you get caught by a backside defensive back.
Yeah. But that's all that play was. So
it wasn't a power.
It was not in any way, shape, or form a power. But
it was very powerful.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can use that, but no. So not to hate on whatever article you read.
No, we hating on it because that guy's dumb.
But no, it's not a power. They didn't run a single power last year.
He's probably intelligent. He's a writer. I mean, not all of us can be published writers. You know what I mean?
Because you are.
He's just football.
Some of us published artists.
Published artists. Yeah. I mean, sorry. Taylor, have you ever written an article? Jeez.
No chance.
It's been published.
Again.
Once.
Again, I'll give you the breakdown. Outside zone 27% of the time, inside zone 34% of the time, duo 15% of the time, and they ran counter 11% of the time. Most of the time that was with Xavier Thomas, a receiver. 3% draw, 1% pull lead, and again, 0 powers. Not a 1. Goose egg. So
this year, it's going to be a good year. Going to be a good year.
They'll run more powers today.
They don't even practice.
In the first quarter. next year than they ran all season.
I hope he trolls Brian Kelly, runs at first play.
Because, like, certainly he realized, like, they watch tape and they have to have, like, noticed that on tape.
Dude, they
Now,
game planned against this for a week, and they probably laughed.
To kind of give you the diversity of Ole Miss's run game last year. By the way, they almost ran double. Not almost double. It's like 340 to 552 in favor of Ole Miss. So not that far away, actually, when I say that out loud. The amount of runs just in general to kind of go back. And they play more games, I get that, but still to kind of give you an idea of this being a run-first offense. And just because it's fast-paced doesn't mean it's air raid. They ran 539 times last year. 10% outside zone, 28% inside zone, 26% a man scheme, 14% power, 12% counter. To kind of give you an idea, it's called diversity in your run game. It's a crazy thought. It's a wild thing, and I cannot wait to see it in Tiger Stadium.
What? Diversity in the running game?
Yes.
Do you think that we're all going to be like, oh, my God, not again when it's 2nd and 1? Like 9 yards is the worst thing we could do on first down. Absolutely. Like most people would celebrate 9 yards on first down, but it was just brutal.
I feel better about it, Matt.
You know, it's like coaches trying to figure out how to get 1 yard. It's like a gerbil on a wheel.
And the quarterback's in play now, too, to be a runner.
You can do that?
Yep.
Like in college football?
Yep.
You can.
Actually, any level of football.
Not flag.
At elite, you can if you get rushed.
It's true. It's true.
All right, we're going to take a break before we get even more sad about what it was a year ago. More OTB when we come back here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go see our friends over at Russell Pools. RussellPools.com is the website, Russell Pool Company. We're actually going to go see them today. Go sit down, have a little coffee with Russell Pools, chat it up. I'm sure they're going to tell us about how incredible the summer's been for them because, well, every project that they have is incredible. If you go to the website, you'll see exactly what we're talking about because they can customize your pool to exactly what your dream is. And the cool thing about it is if you have a dream, but maybe you want to add something you saw on their website, they can do that as well. It is all about you. It's all about your design with their expertise touch. Go to RussellPools.com.
That's right. The best custom pool company in all of Louisiana is Russell Pools. RussellPools.com. Go check them out. They got 2 landscape architects on staff right there, which sets them apart from every other pool company because they can take your dream from reality. They can draw it, they can engineer it, they can build it, they can maintain it, they can literally do everything and do it the best. RussellPools.com.
Off the bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn. Presented by Community Steel.
What are you laughing
at? Easy in the chat here. He reminded us that we forgot to give our obligatory reminder to everybody when we talked about film that sluggo means slant and go.
Did I miss that last year?
No.
Or is it just like everybody
that brings that film says, yeah, slant and go. Anyway, inside joke. Only I thought it was funny.
I guess I missed everybody. I mean, it feels like now that you say it, it's like tickling something up there. Mm-hmm. The sluggo route.
No,
they slant and go.
The joke was that every time we did film and y'all said it was a sluggo route, you'd be like, which is a slant and go?
Slant and go. Yeah, you gotta explain what
a sluggo is every time.
Orlovsky does that all the time. I'm thinking. The more I think about it, the funnier.
See,
it is.
I always feel like I get in trouble a little bit because I don't like. I'll say something and then it's like not everybody knows what that is.
Yeah.
I'll never forget my first, well, not my first because I did a fill-ins here and there, but one of my first times that I did the call for LSU, I was like, they're in the A gap, and my man Jim Nickel, who I love, is like, hey, not everybody knows what the A gap is, and like the first thought in my brain was, if they don't know what the A gap is, they probably shouldn't be listening to the radio call. I was like, but he's probably right, like to some extent. But I'm like, it's the A gap. Every Pee Wee football team in America goes A gap, B gap, C gap, right?
That's the problem. If you don't know A, you don't know any of the other ones.
That's true.
So I'm going ABC to the right, 1, 2, 3 to the left.
We just did A
Really?
on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
We had a way. I don't remember. I mean, gosh, too many offenses to remember the Sunset Acres offense. But
or strong A,
yeah,
weak A.
yeah. I think that's what.
Weak AF.
I think it was like wherever the formation was, right? And strong A, weak B, whatever.
Super fun. Man, this just reminds me of like how close we are to football. That was so much fun breaking down just that one little video. Wasn't even really breaking it down. It was just like calling out some writer and calling out the defense coordinator for Florida. How bad he was. Based off one play. Well,
That was real bad. Really poor. I don't really know what he was trying to do, to be honest.
Off the bench.
I guess lose his job, which they did.
bingo.
So
Not a coach left on those two teams.
it's very fair. All right. Go see our friends over at Pala Group, PALAgroup.com, because remember, they are looking for experienced vessel fitters. Right now, if you can read blueprints, fit ASME pressure vessels, and take pride in quality craftsmanship, Pala wants to hear from you. Right now, experienced vessel fitters can earn a $1,000 hiring bonus after just 30 days of employment. You'll also get excellent pay, steady overtime with work secured well into 2027, full bennies, paid vacation, and employee ownership through Pala's ESOP program. Pala, employee-owned, relationship-driven, PalaGroup.com.
Yeah, if you are like a skilled tradesman and looking for a great opportunity to work with a great company, a company that is employee-owned, go to PalaGroup.com, PalaGroup.com.